y'all. What's good? My name is Joshua.
And I'm Anastasia.
And we're
The
partners.
Partners.
Listen, Shields Up Ministries is bringing you a new segment entitled Married to a Mess, where we take a hilarious look at the different topics of singleness, courtship, and marriage, and look at how God takes those messes and turn them into miracles. So, babe, I'm very excited because we're going to use us as a great example of how what God can do when He looks at that mess you got, and He does amazing things with it. And so, babe, can we get started? Because I'm very excited. Let's just jump right in.
Let's jump in.
People gonna see what we doing.
Figure it out.
Yeah, they gonna see what's happening. So let's what we're gonna do. This is how it's gonna work. Each time you see us, we're gonna have this nice bucket right here, right? And this bucket is dope. It's great. It has 3 topics in it: singleness, courtship, and marriage. And so now what we about to do is, babe, we gotta choose. We gotta pick.
How we gonna pick?
You're gonna pull one out. Just put your hand in there. Just look. And I'm hoping it's marriage today.
I know. I hope it's marriage too.
Let's talk about it. Let's see what you got. What you pull out?
Okay. What I get?
Singleness. Oh, we gotta talk. Somebody got to hear something about singleness today.
Singleness.
All right, so babe, let's get your box out. Let me see. We got
singleness.
Blue is singleness, right?
Blue
All
is
right.
singleness. Blue is singleness. Get
Pull
your
one
box.
out. All right, here we go. Swap it out.
Swapping it. So we wrote cards, y'all,
They in
individually, and we're gonna swap them out. I don't know what he wrote. He doesn't know what I wrote.
But it's a mess in here, y'all. It's a mess in here. Come on, somebody. All right, so let's see what's happening. Bow. All right. So who going first? You going first? You gonna go first today. And so we got 3 minutes on the clock. Bow, 3 minutes. You probably can't see it, but it's on there.
See it.
All right, once you pull it out, we got 3 minutes to discuss the topic. Don't be cheating now.
Okay, I'm not cheating.
Okay, let me get mine ready. Let me pop mine open.
Okay, so when I get the card, I have to talk about it first.
You gonna read it to me, and then we just gonna wrap a taste on it. You ready?
Let's do this.
All right, here we go. And 3 is starting now. What you got? What is it?
It says go.
Yeah. So let's talk about how when she was, hold on, let me just tell you how much of a thug my wife was. If anybody know my wife, she all sweet like, when go-go music come on, somebody, the thuggery happening over here.
Thuggery, I just like to dance.
You go to a whole new level. You be doing some, I don't know, I don't like go-go personally. I think it's a strange way of expressing yourself, and it brings the worst out of my wife. She be up in there.
Worst?
Listen, I be seeing. I don't know what's supposed to happen when you doing go-go. That's not what I see. When I see dancing, I see Thug Nation. Okay, I see you in pants with the half the knee out, right? And you got like one of them. You know how Nelly used to have a Band-Aid right here. You got the Nelly Band-Aid. You got a bandana on. You got a cigar right here, and you doing all this kind of mess and all this mess. Talk to the people about it.
That's just listen. Go-go is a form of music that originates in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
So I did not live in Washington, D.C., but I lived right outside of Washington, D.C. And it was something I was raised with as a baby. I had the opportunity to go to many concerts. It was a chance to hear live music. And we had the percussionists, we had the keyboardists, we had the guitarists, we had the rototons. That's part of percussion. We had all this music that came together to make a sound that no one else had. So and you dance, boop, 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 boop. Hey!
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The thuggish.
That was just a dance. Okay.
Let me ask you this. When it was on, did fights break out? See what I'm saying?
Okay.
The thuggery.
Okay, that's because there was, that side of it wasn't part
of it. I bet you was right there. Because when I had seen the last time it had came on, because I was looking, it was just straight up thug passion.
Y'all, it was at one of my best friend's weddings. It was towards the end.
You was tearing the club up when it came on.
There was go-go music that played, and everybody joined to the front. And Josh was looking like...
I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what
Actually, that was like the first time I think you ever saw it. We were still single. We were like in courtship. But in my single days, even from, I would say, middle school all the way through high school and college, go-go was a part of it. But you saw it that one time we were courting, and one of my best friend was getting married, and we all got to the center and started dancing. And
I didn't know whether to smile, clutch my pearls,
clutch your pearls,
or get ready to run because what they was doing didn't make no sense to me.
It make no sense.
I was like,
the time you hit that time. The time.
I thought we was gonna fight. I thought we was.
The time has gone.
I just want to know.
What?
I want to know why it is that y'all just think it's okay to be thuggish.
It wasn't thuggish. It's a form of dance. It's almost house music. House music is in Baltimore and house music is in Chicago.
Let me tell you something about house music.
That foolery, and I just stand back. And
it made me want to break stuff. When y'all was doing go-go, y'all want to break people. Let's go on to the next one real quick. Let me pop mine open.
Pop yours open.
Cause I got to talk about what I got to talk about.
All right.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, bow. It's on. It says take home plates, and then it says something would last how long for you? What's that word say?
What does it say?
What's that?
It says
What is that word? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that
would last how long for you? How long would they last?
How long would they last for you?
Take home plates.
Yes.
In my singleness, right? I understand. In my singleness, let me tell you something. I would stretch it, but now it depends on how much food I had. Because let me tell you something. When you're single, let me talk to the people. Let me talk.
I got something to say.
No, let me just talk to the men of God.
Go ahead, talk to me.
Who have not seen God come through. When you are single, man of God, that is an amazing way to see God come through in your life. I'll be going to church, and the mamas of the church will make sure I have any and every kind of food necessary. If necessary, I would be taking I'll be wheelbarrowing food out of there, okay? I didn't have to cook nothing.
Baby, I got to interject.
Okay, what's that?
I got married to him. Mm-hmm. I opened up and I moved into his apartment. I opened up the freezer, and it's a little Dixie plate wrapped up in the plastic bag in the freezer. Y'all.
What's wrong with that? That means
it had a plate of
pull it right out.
Macaroni and cheese.
Go right to work.
There was grease on there.
Yes.
And then
you freeze it all.
No, that's not how you're supposed to freeze.
You freeze it all.
No, that's not the correct way to freeze yourself.
What you mean?
And then he had what did you had some dang on you had some bags of cake. Y'all know
in the freezer?
Yes, babe. You know, I didn't
hold on, man.
I took it and I dumped it.
The struggle's real in singleness, okay? If I want some cake, I'ma thaw it out. Cause you never know when you'll get cake again. That's all I'm saying. Singleness is hard body.
Okay, let me just say, like I can give you one. Like when I understand, like in singleness, just my money, the way it worked was, God showed up as a provider.
Right.
So real life, people would bless me. I'd go over to an event.
That's what I mean.
They'd give me all kinds of leftovers, but I kept them in the refrigerator.
No.
And I ate. And when it was done,
but sometimes, because you get all the food like during Thanksgiving. You go to church, and they give you all this Thanksgiving food. Right. What if I want to have Thanksgiving in February? That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna thaw him out. I'm gonna fry it, dye it, lay it to the side, red beans and gravy. I ain't too lazy. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
But you would not put it in a freezer.
Yes, I would.
I'm sorry, in a freezer bag.
What they got to, just as long as it's in a bag, why it gotta be a freezer bag?
You using a regular grocery bag.
What's wrong with that?
Holes in them.
Bruh, I
had to sealed. It's not okay.
It might get a little freezer burn, but you can put that on the. You do all right. You just gotta have something to eat. It's about having substance. Man shall not live by bread alone. Okay. But by every. Are you listening to what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But by every word that proceeds out the mouth of God. That's what you got to eat from. That's what I was eating from. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Learn how to do that. That's all I'm talking about. Talk to the people.
Ready, my turn.
3, 2, 1, bow. Talk to me.
Oh, worst first date experience.
Talk to the people about it. I want to know too.
I didn't have that many first dates. I really didn't do a lot of dating.
You didn't do a lot of dating?
No, I really didn't. Don't look at me like that.
Hey, I'm just trying to learn today.
I guess one of the worst ones was.
It better not have been me.
No, it wasn't.
Come on today.
That was my best one.
No, yeah, you better be saying that on the screen.
It was my best one. But I think one of the things that was really awkward was when I did my first blind date. And it took them my coworkers, it took them a long time to get me there. It took them like a whole year. And And they were just like, you just need to go on a date. And they were met. So anyway, I eventually kind of caved in and did do the date. And they were like, it's perfect. I'm telling you, it's so great. And we know how you love the Lord, so we definitely love the Lord. That was the key right there. I should have been listening. They didn't know what they was talking about.
Oh.
I love them. I love my coach. Y'all know I love you. And y'all know which ones you were.
Oh.
And I got in there, babe, and the gentleman was much older.
What you mean?
Like,
1, 2.
had me by like a couple decades.
Oh, see, that's the problem.
And I mean, it was.
And you was with it. Tell them how you was with it. Tell them people how you didn't cut this man off when you see he was 137 years old.
Oh,
you said, let me.
I'm 137 years old. I didn't cut him off. I'll be real. Singleness, I'm gonna be real.
But you want to talk about my frozen food? Yeah, tell them about it. Talk to them.
I'm gonna be real. Honestly, I got to eat and I had to.
Oh, now you want to eat. Now you want to eat something. Okay.
But that's the truth. But it wasn't the worst experience because of something outlandish the gentleman did. It was more of just like,
wow,
oh, but
I'm so glad I didn't get that card because I'm not gonna tell you about my friend. Listen, I had a lot of bad dates. Okay, nope.
We do both of them. It's both of us.
No, cause we want to talk about you. This is we not talking about me right now. We want to know how you try to just straight up cat daddy, sugar daddy this man.
I didn't.
Into making sure you had food, but you hating on me and my frozen.
I enjoyed the conversations. They were like decent conversations to some degree. Okay. But you could definitely see that we had a lot of things that weren't in common because of our age difference.
Were you all up on him like you all on me? No. Let me talk.
I was very, I kept a lot of, and I wasn't all up on you. Step one. No, I wasn't.
Okay, hold on, dog. You was all. I have a picture to prove that your head was all up in my area.
We had a picture that we needed to take, and this was an old. Hold on, not.
It's beeping.
Wait.
Boop.
No. We had a picture.
Moving on.
We had a picture to take.
Now.
And I just leaned in for the picture.
Nah, you didn't want to lean in. You was ready to kiss your boy.
And it was an off-brand phone, so it wasn't no iPhone, so we had to.
Excuse me, first of all,
okay, back then.
Picture was fine. The people need to see this picture that you talk about because I'm gonna show them. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, bow. It says loneliness to contentment, sincere contentment.
How'd that go for you?
Okay, for me, I had. It's a deep question,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For me, honestly, because I had so many bad relationships, when I came to Christ, the way I did, I was already past loneliness, right? I was so lonely that it couldn't get any worse when I came to Christ. And so I gave my life to Christ, and then coming in and learning about Him and all these different amazing things at First Baptist, which was the First Baptist Church of Bernard, which was the first church I had ever been a part of. I think I came in content. Like I'm good with where I'm at. And now don't get me wrong, I had a dust up. You know what I'm saying? Because your boy, he fly, right?
Yes, he is.
You know what I'm saying? And hey, they was, I'm just saying, they just be out there trying to push up on your boy. They just interested. You know what I'm saying? When a man of God, like he got some stuff together,
well,
they got to know some more info. You know what I'm saying? So I was good where I was. In singleness, I never really, when I decided to do it the way God intended for us to do it, I was good. I was good. I just wanted to learn about God, that whole process. I had a problem with, and this is probably going too deep, but pornography, masturbation. I'm talking about all of it today. I'm gonna get free. I was all up in it. I was doing it all. But I'm just gonna tell you, everything was on the table at that point. But when I found Jesus, everything, all of that stopped right there, and I didn't even desire having sex or anything like that when I came to Christ. I'm so focused in on Him. It was just such a drastic change. It was like overnight change. For me, contentment really happened overnight, which isn't everybody's testimony, especially men. That's something we struggle with, y'all. We can't just turn it off per se. You know, for me, it was such a radical change that I never really experienced being lonely as a believer. Because God, once He transformed me, I knew like, hey, it's me and you, God. Like, we about to do this. You gonna have to do something to change my life right now. Because where I was at, you know, struggling with suicide, all that depression and all of that, they just couldn't get no more deep for me.
My God, that's well, you know, it sounds like your, you know, 30 years of living before Christ was that season of major loneliness. And people forget that loneliness can also be with a boo.
Absolutely.
Or, you know, because you're trying to fill it. You're trying to fill that void.
Definitely.
That's deep. That's deep.
And let me tell you something today.
What's that?
I was plenty lonely in other relationships. You know, I was plenty lonely. Yeah. I was just doing what people told me I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Hey, you supposed to date somebody. Hey, you supposed to be getting married. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just out here trying to play man. Like I'm trying to play being a man that is supposed to be connected with a woman. I didn't know what I was doing. It wasn't until I came to Christ that I realized and understood what a real man was, and to provide a sense of peace and comfort and stability, and even spiritual wisdom to a woman that really deserved it, and that really didn't happen until I met you. So, you know what I'm saying? Bow. There it is.
But you know what? It sounds like the way to solve loneliness, really the only way, is a relationship with Christ and seeking after that authentically, with sincerity.
Absolutely.
You know? And I agree with you. I definitely feel that same way. Mine's a little different, but still, yeah, that's when I finally moved to contentment. Not because my status changed, you know? Yeah. Ooh, that was good.
All right, well, you shot one more card.
I know. I gotta open it.
It can't get any worse, you know, than this what you just talking about is, you know, so let's go. 3, 2, 1, bow.
What?
Look at God.
Oh my gosh, y'all. This is real.
Look at God.
Being content in the wait.
Yeah, talk to, now you're talking.
I didn't have to say this.
You about to say something today. Not playing. Let me tell you.
Goodness. So my story for singleness is very different because I was a believer, and I knew that I was saved. I knew that without a doubt, but I didn't have a relationship with Christ deeply. You know, I just moved with emotion. So for me in singleness, being content in the wait. And my wait has been a lot, y'all. It's not just in the wait of marriage. Because I got to a place for contentment that I didn't even desire marriage. I was just like, listen, Lord, if you want me to be married, that's fine, but I'm okay with it being me and you. And since it's me and you anyway, what we about to do? That took some years of did a long-term relationship and tried, like for instance, that older gentleman, and tried some other relationships, realizing this ain't good. I'm not doing this, and finally saying, okay, God, I'm going to give you all of me. But that took a lot of time.
All of me, love all of you. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, it was like that, me and Christ. But what's really interesting is that practice of being content in the way continued in marriage. It's almost like what I'm noticing from God is when He wants to build character, when He wants to really develop you and really bring you to a place of totally desiring God, totally submitting, it comes with having to wait. So even for us, waiting for children, or waiting for a home, waiting for a new job, the wait is real. So I think the best thing in contentment and waiting, or being content in the wait, because you're going to have wait in every season of your life, is really honing in on who God is to you and learning who He is and trusting Him completely, so that no matter what happens, what storm comes, there's like a peace. And you know what? Oh, one more thing. That God is going to answer. If He said He's going to do something, He going to do it. Like, that's just it. Like, period, point blank. Boop.
That's where you gotta lay it down, right?
Right.
So was there any time in your life where you just got fed up with it? Talk about that.
Ooh, I think
in relation to me.
Oh,
we out of time.
Oh, we out of time.
But I just need to know. I don't care about time. Talk to the people.
We gotta say it.
Just talk to the people now, real quick.
In relationship to you.
Yeah, like, did you ever get tired of the wait?
The wait for marriage?
Yeah.
There was a time where I started to get a little anxious, and that was because I started to begin to plan out what I expected. I started having major expectations of, okay, yeah, he about to ask for my marriage. He about to ask for my hand in marriage, like right now. Baby, we was just going on a regular day or a regular little meeting in a gathering, and then just started to think like, okay, now we took the classes and everything. Like, okay, we did premarital counseling. I'm like, all right, bet. Like he about to do it like this weekend because we passed and everything, and it was a beautiful season where we had such confirmation from amazing leaders of God, and he didn't do nothing. So yes, that was difficult. That was real.
But let me tell you, when you wait, God will blow your mind with something even greater than what you would have got if you didn't wait. And I'm telling you, if you would have got it too early, it wouldn't have looked nothing like how it looked. Because the way I laid that joint out when I proposed, your boy went strong. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. So let me go to this last card.
Last card.
That's last card. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, we rocking.
Yep.
Here it is, bow. It says, talking to myself. It's a gift that comes in singleness. Now, hold on, dog, because first of all,
this is on you. Talk about yourself.
Okay. We're not gonna talk about you. Always talking about yourself. Okay. We go, or talking to yourself. We go talk about me. Now, anytime I talk to myself, it's in my head. So I don't know what you're talking about. Cause I do a lot of thinking. I think a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on up and down and yonder. Now, if I'm speaking out here in this way, then that means that I'm talking unto the Lord. Okay. So, talk to myself. Now that's not true. So there is sometimes I do talk to myself.
Yeah, you come on singleness. That ain't happening like that.
Yeah. It depends on what's happening. Like I might put on a play by myself. I may recite some lines from a movie by myself. I may like get in a role. You know what I'm saying? I may do something like that because when you're bored, anything can happen. You in there by yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, Jesus. Let me look at what's happening with David and Bathsheba. So let me just see how this happened. Because I just want to know. You looking at her? You know what I'm saying? You like just checking him out. I mean, how did it happen? You know what I mean? Like you was on a rooftop and you look down and she taking a bath and you just like, that was one time you peeked over? Was it like many times? You know what I'm saying? Like I may just want to. I'm just like, man, like how that happen? Like what was you doing?
How that happen?
Yeah, I mean, was you just so rich that you just happen to be walking around in your rooftop in your robe or something and your tight drawers and you just looking over and she just taking a bath and she got like servants washing her and stuff and you just looking over and you're like, man, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and get that. Like how does it happen? And I may talk about that to myself out loud. But I don't know. I mean, how you feel about it? Did you hear me talk to myself? Like when you met me or something?
No,
I tell you one time I was talking to myself was when I made them meatballs.
Okay.
That you had ate and it changed your whole life.
When I first, I don't even remember eating them.
Yeah, because you disrespected my hood. That's why, because you didn't remember me, but you remember the meatballs I made.
Yes, I did. They were so good. Yummy.
But you ain't see me, the man of God. You see how God will conceal somebody?
Yes, he will.
In singleness? I may be talking to myself, but it wasn't the right time. You had to be content in the wait. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about oven time. You see what I'm saying? That oven time, the real stuff, man. You're not ready to receive this yet. Come on, somebody. So I got to make sure you don't see that so I can take my time. I got to tell you.
Isn't it nice being single because you can like thoroughly talk out loud to yourself and like you said, put on shows and entertain yourself.
No.
You can put on the whole Martin. I'm sure you did.
That's like your
show.
That's like your realm. There isn't a time where you don't talk to yourself. Okay,
I do.
You talk to yourself.
But in singleness,
often.
That's where I gained that gift.
Cooking,
and talking to myself.
Cleaning,
out loud,
walking up the stairs for no reason, and you actually trip over a step and have a 35-minute conversation to yourself about why you tripped up the step.
Yeah.
I think it was because of this. No, it was probably. It's ridiculous. I don't know what's happening. I'm just listening to it right here. It's like I'm not here. Now I can't imagine how that was when you was by yourself. You was in
It was
Singleness.
times 20.
Like, who was you talking to?
Myself, or God, or myself, or just reasoning, or just taking a moment to just reflect, or, you know, that's just what I did. And I did carry that over into marriage, but the gift came when I was authentically single. And when I say like authentically, I think it was like single and living alone. And I had to take the metro at night. So I used to have to do it for protection. Because people don't mess with you when you talk about that.
Excuse me.
And I just continue it now. I'm in the grocery store like, don't want to get that.
So you trying to tell the people
What?
that you didn't start talking to yourself until you were a grown person? I highly doubt that. I need to ask your sister because I don't know if that's true.
I used to put on little plays and shows and stuff like that, but it wasn't as consistent as when I was like authentically single and was like in a quiet apartment. Like, it's just me. Hey, it's just me. Like, let's just. I think that I should be done. The time went off. Beep 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 beep. Is it my turn for the next one?
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for tuning in this month for Married to a Mess. We love you guys. We'll see you next time. Hey, listen, if you like this, if you enjoyed it, if it made you laugh, if you want to see it again, tell us in the comments that you want to see it. In fact, if you want to see it live, maybe Instagram live, Facebook live, I don't know. If you want to see us do this thing live, let us know in the comments. And we pray that we will bless your life in a hilarious way. We thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Joshua.
And I'm Anastasia.
And we're the
Parkers.
Parkers. And as always, y'all, look at the sign. Y'all know what time it is. Chills up.
Face the beat.